New signing Josef Hrabal makes his debut tonight against the Fife Flyers. The Czech D-man is the 20th import the Steelers have iced this season. They still can't ice a full 14 though, because Aaron Brocklehurst is ill, but Robert Dowd is ready to return. Fife sit in 7th, Steelers are top, and they know they'll stay there with a win tonight. It's also teddy bear toss time. Last season on this game, the Steelers were shut out. That can't happen again, can it? That pass didn't find Mellon as intended either. Here's Buesa. Trying to get the return pass and does. His shot is onto the outside of the goal. The Flyers have it and they're going to score. They do. Livingston drove hard to the net and made the finish. Flyers take the lead inside 4 minutes. It was Buesa who drove it forward, but Livingston spotted the space and the pass was timed perfectly, and Duba not able to get across. It was Crowder who centered it. It's Livingston who's finished it. Steelers continue to push. Melland trying to get away from Crowder. Still with Eric Melland. Backhand wraparound attempt, and Melland has done it! And here come the Bears! Melland made it happen all himself. And he got enough reach on that backhand to slide it into the far corner and level this game. 9th of the season for Eric Melland. And this is going to take quite some clearing up. The players are going to try and help with the clear up because there are still many Bears cascading down from the upper blocks. I don't think mine got further than about 10 rows forward. It is quite a sight. Cheerleaders are down there helping out as well. Lots of other volunteers also, including a lot of the Steelers players and a few of the Fife players as well. Good to see them helping out. I think that's all of them onto the ice now. I can't see any more that are being thrown around the stands, but there's still an awful lot to clear up. It's been a wonderful effort by the Steelers supporters tonight, and a huge relief for all the supporters that, unlike last year, the Steelers have not been shut out. It's Eberle who's taken John Armstrong's place on this particular power play unit. I'll try and get you an update on Armstrong's condition as and when we have it. O'Connor looking for the deflection on the slap pass. Eberle wasn't able to provide it. Now DeLuca. DeLuca across towards Dowd. It just hops past his stick, gets it back off the boards. Final few seconds as there's a redirect and Lemchigov can't quite put it in. He can second time, but he's denied by a wonderful glove stop from Morrison. Lemchigov can't believe it. Neither can I, neither can the crowd.
You'll be seeing that on Saves of the Week.
It's Eberle who lifts the stick and gets it back to him. That's terrific. It's absolutely superb. So the Steelers are on their 3rd power play of the night. They've looked good on the previous 2. And they've scored on this one. Valorant sent it goalwards. It certainly took a big bounce, and it beats Morrison. And the Steelers have the lead. Looks like it's gone in off the body of Quayle. It's unfortunate for the Flyers, but the Steelers can celebrate a power play goal that they'll feel they've deserved. At any given moment, the Steelers have so many threats, including O'Connor, whose only goal of the season was into an empty net. Well, it's only a matter of time before he goes on a goal-scoring burst. Eberle with the deflection, save made. Eberle's looking for another one. And it was well dealt with by Morrison as the puck was heading across the face of his goal. Eberle, who was in such hot goal-scoring form at the start of the season, after a little bit of a drop, he's picked it back up again. Morrison's done so well to trap that between his legs. Eberle back to O'Connor. Cross to the far side. And snapped in by DeLuca. Power play full of threats. It's DeLuca's time to shine. Second power play goal of the game for the Sheffield Steelers. And it's DeLuca's 13th of the season. Power play 4 then for the Fife Flyers as they look to cut this deficit. They trail by 2. They have an extra skater out there on the ice at the moment. And here's Carlo Finucci. And the shot takes a deflection and beats Duba. And the timeout works perfectly for the Flyers. They've cut the gap to 1 on this Finucci shot.
That was a lucky one.
Looks like it's hit in off O'Connor.
I guess we got one of those today, so.
Whatever Todd Dutiem and Jeff Hutchins drew up, I'm not sure it was exactly that, but the timeout has certainly worked well. So many coaches that just save their timeout for an empty net situation at the very end of the game. The Flyers were proactive, and they've got their reward. Very much game on here inside the final 3 minutes of the second. The Flyers drive forward. Tronsinski. Oh, that was intercepted. Read by the Flyers, and they're moving forward with menace, but the puck is just deflected behind. And it's going to lead to a break for Valorant. He's in one-on-one on Morrison. Valorant scores! The intercept that nearly led to a chance one way. It broke down and led to a Valorant goal the other way. Connolly wasn't able to lift it over the pad earlier in the period. Valorant was. Morrison can't stop it. And a great reaction for Marco Valorant, who scores his second of the game. And that is a real kick in the teeth for the Flyers, who got back within 1. Crowder. Phillips forces him away. The shot will be turned aside. Again, it was Phillips in the way. The clearance from deep will go all the way down the ice. But a lot of impressive performances recently, David Phillips. Not sure he'll be front of the queue for an Eddie tonight if the Steelers get the victory, but certainly like one. Meanwhile, here comes O'Connor. Feeds it through. Connolly put the move on, and Morrison did so well to stay with that. O'Connor's timing of the pass was good. And Connolly in a great position, just not quite able to flick it beyond.
It's a great pass. Nice setup.
Just needed a little bit of air under it. The pads were across. Just covering. Quayle goes back. Flyers really must score the next goal in this game, but at the moment they've got to deal with Sandstrom, and the reverse to Phillips. Shot from the angle, huge rebound, saved on the recovery by Morrison. Phillips and Sandstrom both having efforts. The Steelers' shot count much higher tonight than it was on Wednesday, that's for sure. They've got a lot more pucks through to goal tonight. They only managed 27 on Wednesday night. Speaking of 27, here's Shudra trying to play it forward. Steelers had 22 shots in just the second period alone so far tonight. Also got plenty in just the first 3 minutes of this third period. Here's O'Connor. Oh, and a good glove stop from Morrison. O'Connor, who's been such a regular goal scorer throughout his career. I'm sure it's on his mind that he's only got one so far this campaign.
Yeah, he's had a lot of chances, made some nice plays tonight. I think he's having one of his better games.
Davies, he scored. Morrison got a piece of it, but not enough to stop it. And the Steelers have their fifth. They've rained shots in on Adam Morrison all night long, and they are starting to pull away. A 3-goal lead established for the first time tonight. Tap by Coleman, and the Steelers have it on the near side. Sandstrom knocked away from him. Flyers will get it out of the zone. Coleman cut off just route down the boards. Here goes Lemchigov. Shot flicked high. There's a penalty here against the Flyers, and Duba has realised that he's heading to the bench for the extra skater. Meanwhile, he's down! The Steelers didn't need the extra skater. They've got Robert Dowd back on the ice and back in amongst the goals. In behind Jameson, and then the shot flicked beyond Morrison, and the Steelers into a 6-2 lead. Puck knocked away from Quayle. Last chance for Connolly. Backhand try, Morrison with the save. And that is how the evening ends. The Steelers winners by 6-2. And it's 2 points that keeps the Steelers on top of the Elite League table. 2 assists on the night for Marek Tronsinski, and he is the Steelers' man of the match tonight. A large crowd of Steelers supporters have stayed behind to watch. It's another home victory for the Steelers. 6-2 win for the Sheffield Steelers against the Fife Flyers. Keeps them top of the Elite League. No game on Sunday, so they've got time to work on their canoeing.
Your first thoughts on that one, Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, 6-2 win, you know, if you look at it as a full 60, I thought we were pretty good for most of the night. I thought we came out the first 5-6 minutes, we were a little flat. Fife did a good job of, you know, making us pay there for that first one, and then we were a little fortunate not to be down 2-0 on the power play there. They almost scored a penalty kill goal there. But once we got into our game, I thought, you know, we really didn't give them much the rest of the night. We played a pretty fast, up-tempo game, and they came short. They were a little thin tonight. I think we took advantage of that, playing 4 lines for most of the night, and until we lost John Armstrong, and then we shortened it up a little bit there. But you know, overall, we'll take the 2 points. This could have been a trap game from us. Big Wednesday, or a big game on Wednesday, and another one next Wednesday with the Cup. And this kind of a team that wasn't 100% coming down. You never know if the guys aren't going to be ready. But we answered the bell, so it was good to see.
It was 3-1, and it could have quite easily been 4, 5, 6, 7 before
Yeah.
they got their second. And then you have that jitters just for a second, so it's important to get the 4th one quickly after.
Yeah, that was a big goal, that 4th one right after to give us that 2-goal lead again, and then we go up 5-2, and then we kind of coasted the rest of the way, which was nice.
What have you done in a previous life? Because yesterday we were talking about playing 14 imports for the first time, and then we lose Brocklehurst, and then we now lose Armstrong. It's crackers, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too bad. Hopefully the Army injury isn't too serious. I haven't had the medical team give me a report yet on exactly where we're at there. But yeah, Aaron Brockler should be fine. I'm assuming for Wednesday. He was just sick, really sick, and with only us having 1 game this weekend, we just felt it was better to give him that rest and make sure he's ready to go next week with the Cup game and then Glasgow on the weekend, 2 big games. So hopefully we'll get him back, and then we'll see on Army here.
Yeah, just briefly, Manchester, it's a building we haven't played well in, we haven't had success in. What do we have to do differently on Wednesday to ensure a semi-final berth?
Well, I think we just got to take care of the puck and be ready to battle. Those are the 2 big things for us. We got to realize as a hockey team that they got to beat us by 3 goals, you know what I mean, to move that game forward. And, you know, there's no reason for us to chase the game. Let them chase the game a little bit, make sure we're sound defensively, and we'll get our chances off of that.
Todd, just run us through that game from your side's perspective.
Yeah, obviously we came in here in not a great situation, missing 2 of our leading goal scorers. But I thought we started out incredibly well. We were skating, we were engaged, and then the loss of Chase Shaber really hit us hard. So that's 3 key imports that we're down right now, and we hung in there well. We got ourselves down 3-1, and we scored that key power play goal to bring us back in a hockey game. After that, I think that you started to see fatigue set in, and it was really only a matter of time. But I can't criticize the guys' work ethic tonight. I thought that they went hard, and you know, it was it's a frustrated group right now, just strictly because of lack of bodies.
Considering the lack of bodies, as you mentioned, it did seem like a dogged display from the guys. You've been on a pretty decent run of form. Is that now something you're looking to get back on track with and take forward, despite having so many bodies out at the moment?
Yeah, well, obviously, if we get that effort that we had at the start of the game, I think that's the best start we've had here this season. Along with the addition of Goche back into the lineup, that's certainly going to help. And you know what? I think that Cazorla's going to try warm up as well. So if that happens, that's some big positives and be a boost for the guys.
And again, another big game tomorrow against the Guildford Flames. What was the last message to the guys there in the locker room?
Really, at this point, instead of dwelling on the negatives, you know, take the positives out of the game. That you know, and that's tough. That being said, I mean, it's, you know, been a difficult season for a variety of reasons. But once again, I'm hard pressed to criticize this group. They bring efforts like that. They certainly, once they get back up to full strength, they'll be in every hockey game they play in.